Let's get one thing out of the way. Michael Jackson is an icon. His influence on music, dance, fashion, and popular culture is immeasurable. Thriller, Off the Wall, Bad. These albums redefined the pop landscape. His moonwalk changed the way artists performed. His legacy, for better or worse, is already etched into the fabric of global culture. So no, we don't need a 4-hour biopic to remind us, and especially not from Hollywood. Lionsgate recently announced the upcoming Michael, a full-blown biopic clocking in at a Titanic-sized runtime of over 4 hours, and split into 2 parts, no less. Directed by Antoine Fuqua and produced with the blessing of Jackson's estate, read, heavily controlled narrative. This film already reeks of overindulgence and sanitized storytelling. Here's the thing, we already know the story. We've lived it. Michael Jackson was one of the most covered celebrities in media history. From his days in the Jackson 5, to his chart-topping solo career, to the scandals that clouded his final years, every rise and fall has been tabloid fodder, documentary content, or court proceedings. There's very little new to say unless you're digging into personal perspectives or hard truths. And it's hard to believe a film produced by his estate will offer anything close to objectivity. Let's be honest. A 4-hour runtime isn't about death. It's about myth-making. It's about lionizing Jackson, controlling the narrative, and letting fans bathe in nostalgia while skipping past the messier chapters. Abuse allegations, courtroom drama, the deeply uncomfortable controversies that still divide fans and critics alike. How much space will those get when the estate is producing the film? Hollywood biopics have a track record of either glorifying their subjects or flattening them into one-dimensional caricatures. Just look at Bohemian Rhapsody, an entertaining film, sure, but one that bent timelines and cleaned up Freddie Mercury's story into something far more palatable. Or Elvis, Baz Luhrmann's glitzy fever dream that turned the rock and roll icon into a mythic figure rather than a man. When handled with care and honesty, biopics can shine. See Rocketman or Oppenheimer. But they rarely do when the subject's estate is involved. They become PR tools. Now imagine trying to do that for 4 hours straight. There's also the very real question of audience fatigue. 4-hour films ask a lot from viewers, and not everyone is ready to sign up for a half-day cinematic commitment, especially when the subject matter is emotionally and morally complex. If the goal is to explore Jackson's full life, why not do a thoughtful miniseries? Why not let multiple voices contribute, rather than squeezing it into a theatrical release meant to dazzle, not dissect? And we can't ignore the timing. Hollywood is obsessed with IP, legacy, and built-in fan bases. A Michael Jackson biopic is a guaranteed ticket seller. But this isn't just another reboot. It's a retelling of a story that carries immense cultural weight, controversy, and responsibility. A puff piece won't cut it, and a 4-hour extravaganza produced by those invested in preserving Jackson's image seems destined to fail at telling a balanced story. So Hollywood, do us a favor. Step away from the 4-hour epic. If the story must be told again, let it be done with nuance, transparency, and most importantly, honesty. The king of pop deserves more than a sanitized monument, and so do the people who lived through his highs and lows, cheered him on, questioned his choices, and still carry the emotional baggage of his legacy.